would you do if you run completely out of cash? What would you do if you wanna cut a dash? Polish up the shoes, throw on something fine. We don't talk about diesels, I'm running on style this time. Cruising down the boulevard, wheels gleam in the night. Beige leather interior, looking chic alright. Money's a little tight, but I'm feeling brand new. Living large tonight, no budget reviews. Blues! What do you mean I'm not getting paid for this?
Right, viewers, I'm going to have to come clean about something for a second. I don't think you can buy one of these 1.8 turbo Golf GTI anniversaries for less than £1,000, particularly not in this sort of condition. However, if you want a Mark IV Golf and you want, I don't know, 1.4 or 1.6, then yes, you can find plenty of them for that sort of money. So yeah, stretching the format somewhat, but there we go. I think even now these Mark IV Golfs are the ones that ran from 1998 in this country till about 2003, 2004, later in the case of the estate. They still look very contemporary. I don't think the Mark 8 Golf is a million miles away from the styling of this. So, you know, it's just a very familiar Volkswagen recipe that's been going on for some time. With the Mark IV GTI, this is the anniversary model, so it's a bit different, but with these, you could get various engines for them, but they were a bit softer than even the Mark III, which is criticised when it came out for being a little bit soft. This is even softer, really, and more luxurious, and you know, more expensive than, say, I don't know, an Astra G or something like that. Also, sometimes you get rust on these. It's really weird, but there's a little bit of rust on this boot handle. Otherwise, an immaculate car. Boot's actually over 300 litres, which isn't that dissimilar from the current Golf, actually. It's more like 380. But for the Viera, this is a reasonably sized boot. I don't know if we can get to the spare underneath here. We'll have a go. There's lots and lots of things like mats in here and other stuff. But give it a go. Can I... Oh! Right, yes, there we are. Yeah! That was worth it. Yeah, there's a little steel wheel in there. I think it's a full-size steel wheel, actually. That's good. Unfortunately, on this particular car, and it is a common fault with these Golfs, the passenger door doesn't open. It's going to be fixed soon. It's just, it wasn't able to be done in time for me to drive it. So we're going to have to go on the other side. You can see as well, we've got little tiny bits of sort of rust in the places that these cars actually do start to go. That, I'm sure, will be sorted out at some point. But it does look good. Obviously, very typical colour for this era, from 2002. This silver. I think the headlights might have been slightly altered as well on this. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we'll get in this side. Very, very nice large alloy wheels on this. These might be standard, I don't actually know. They're standard on the anniversary model. They're 18-inch wheels as well. It's quite big for the time. One thing we do notice is that it's a genuine anniversary one, because we've got number 935 there, 25th anniversary. Celebrating when they came out, I think in some places in 1976, so the anniversary, which was launched in 2001. We didn't get the GTI until a bit later than that, I don't think, in this country. Nice sort of aluminium or aluminium types of inserts in here. GTI there. Nice Recaro seats, I think exclusive possibly to the anniversary. Red tinged seat belt as well. Unique steering wheel with some stitching on it. A lot of this interior reminds me of the B5.5 Passat I had recently. No surprise really that the Passat actually came out about a year before this. Climate control panel down there, I think that's the same as a Passat. We've got not only a tape deck, we've also got a CD player, and that's a 6-disc changer. And we've got some very, very fancy cup holders. Look at this. Ooh. Let's try that again, viewers. Oh yes. Someone at Volkswagen spent a very long time engineering that. What about down here? Ooh. Ooh. Well, that's very nice too, viewers. I'm enjoying that. turn the ESP off if we want to. Probably won't do that because I'm not much of a driver. 6-speed manual in this car actually, and it's very similar to a gear lever from the Mark 1 GTI. That's a car I've yet to try, which is a shame, but there we go. Door bins aren't massive. Maybe on the 5 doors they're different, but I think you could get a 5-door anniversary as well. Maybe you couldn't. You can definitely get a 5-door normal GTI. Open up there and see if we can put the secret mission documents in. I think we can. We just get this out of here. There we are. No problem. No problem whatsoever. It even matches the interior. Maybe this is an MG branded book. There we go. It's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, normal handbrake. Volkswagen headlight switches in a million things. Volkswagen mirror switches in a million things. The only thing I would say about this is that that mirror switch is really weird. So this door is broken. It won't open. But when you operate the mirror switch, it operates both mirrors at once. Electronics is actually one of the things that goes wrong quite often on these Mark IV Golfs, and that's a shame, because the feeling of sort of overall quality in here is pretty good. It's better than virtually anything else other than other cars based on this platform, like the Audi A3, which I drove on the channel back in the distant mists of time. Right, let's get in the back, because Mr. Manning from the Matty's Cars channel will not let me live it down if I do not. So we shall move this lever here. She goes up like that. That's pretty good. The only thing is, I'm a bit concerned if I put this back, that's going to drop straight on my feet. You better be careful, viewers. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, viewers, help! Ah! I mean, that, when you put it down, it is a bit of a problem, because that's far further back than where I'd normally sit. So it's not only someone who's going to have to adjust that, it also might go on someone's knees. Oh dear. That's not very good, viewers, is it? How about his armrest? Oh, hello. Have we got something that comes out? Oh, yes. Oh, it's felt lined as well. And we've got the GTI logo, Recaro. I don't know why Recaro designed the backseat as well, but they did. A little bit of sagging here. It's probably normal. Yeah, probably I prefer the 5-door version, dears. Do we have damped grab handles though? Why, yes, we do. Yes. Can we turn it on here? No. Right this side. No. Oh, viewers, what's going on? At least we can do that. That's good, isn't it? Some of the driver's got one as well. Maybe it's just for a GTI. I don't know. Right, I need to free myself from my self-imposed prison now. Thank you, Mr. Manning, for making me do this every year for your rewards. And probably what we'll do is have a look at the engine. And there we are, viewers. The very familiar Volkswagen Group 1.8 20-valve turbo engine that was in, well, just everything really. Audi TT, Skoda Octavia, B5.5 Passat, the Audi A4. In this case, generating about 180 PS. The one in my B5.5 Passat was a 150. Yeah, good old Volkswagen Group coolant reservoir that dates back to, you know, the dawn of time is in here, of course. Present and correct. A little bit difficult maybe to do the cam belt. You've got to make sure you do that on this engine. It looks a little bit tricky in here for some reason. There's a lot more sort of plastic covers and things than I remember on these. But there we go, probably compared to a modern car like a Mark 8 Golf, it's probably, you know, considerably easier, but there we go. No fog lamps for some reason on this car, I wonder why. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is take this little car out for a spin, because if you've got something like this, it's all about the way it drives, isn't it? Right, viewers, let's put this car through its paces. Pulls very strongly, very, very strongly indeed. I think 0 to 60 of this car is like 7.5 seconds, and I can well believe it. There are obviously a lot less powerful engines available with one of these, and there were a lot of them, like loads of them. The base of the range was a 1.4 developing initially 75 PS and then later on 73 PS. It just depended on the year. Then a 1.6 with 100 PS. I think later on a little bit less than that. Above that there was a 2 litre engine developing 115 horsepower. But that was actually less powerful than the 1.8, and there were a lot of 1.8 engines. First of all, one with 125 PS, then the turbo with 150 PS, same as my V5.5 Passat, then this one, which has 180 PS, and it's quick. It's very quick. If you want to go really crazy, you go for a 2.3 V5 engine with either 150 or 170 PS, and then the really, really crazy stuff, a couple of 6-cylinder engines, a 2.8 with 204 PS, and then at the top of the range, the R32, which had 4-motion 4-wheel drive. I think the V6 did as well, with 237 PS. There are also some diesels available, but as usual, due to controversial government legislation and all kinds of other reasons, we don't talk about diesels on this channel. So it's very, very refined, this car. Even this anniversary model. I expected it to be sort of quite firm riding, and there's a little bit of a firm edge to it, but really, it's not much. It's a shame I'm stuck in traffic now, so I can't enjoy what I'm doing very well, but there's loads and loads of torque in this engine. It's very, very punchy. Steering is good. It's not quite as feelsome as something like, I don't know, an EG Civic or something like that, which would have been a little bit earlier than this, but it's not too bad. Seats are nice and comfortable, very sporty. Engine makes a good noise. I think this exhaust is slightly modified. Yeah, it's good fun, this. You could go a long way in this car. I'd personally prefer something with, you know, like a nice beige leather interior, possibly a V6 model. That would be good. But this is more than you need, really, isn't it? Very, very pleasant indeed. I just wish I wasn't in this traffic. Hold on a moment, viewers. We'll see if we can get out of this. Right, that's better. This 6-speed manual is really, really nice, actually. I don't know if it's the same one as in the Octavia VRS I tried last year. Obviously that car is very similar to this underneath. Might be. Yeah. Quite enjoyed this. I've only ever driven like a 1.6 Mark IV Golf before. I've driven one of these sort of more powerful ones before. That was okay. It's a bit sort of soft, really. This feels a very good sort of balance between being comfortable and suitable for long journeys and things like that, and well put together, but also you can have some fun. The steering's a little bit on the light side. So like an EG Civic would be better than this, but an EG Civic is not as comfortable as this, and it's not as luxurious as this, so depends what you want, really. You can see why Chris's stepdaughter really likes this car, because I quite like it too. Let's look now at some Mark IV Golf trim levels.
So at the base of a range, the E, I wouldn't recommend one of those particularly. Then we've got the S, the SE, those are very common ones. And the GTI. There are also V5, V6, GTI Anniversary, R32 Final Edition, which was only produced from 2003 to 4, but the match models, which offer very good value. I would quite like a 2.8 V6 model. I don't know if it's possible to have one. I don't think I've ever seen one of those, but that would be nice. The car's built in quite a few places. Plenty of plants in Germany, then Brazil, Mexico, Belgium, Slovakia, Bosnia, South Africa and China. In some parts of the world, this car continued in production until about 2014 with a sort of weird facelift. Let's have a look at some of the faults that can happen with these cars. Doors we've talked about. The mass airflow sensor can become dirty with oil, and then that makes the engines run properly. The front center exhaust mount can become weak, makes a rattling noise. You get suspension problems, you can get ignition cause issues on this 1.8 turbo engine, and it also can become full of carbon, which isn't so good. Passenger side headlamp bulb is quite hard to replace on these. The rear washer jet can have problems. Windscreen wipers, this one's fine. A fan motor resistor like on some old Rovers, and then a brake light switch. So viewers, should you consider a Mark IV Golf for your hard-earned budget up to £1,000? Well, it won't be one of these for sure. These are worth considerably more than £1,000. But yes, maybe a 1.4, 1.6. One of the mechanics of these are relatively simple. If you don't have to deal with this 1.8 turbo engine, then the normal 1.4, 1.6s are a little bit simpler to work on. If you can find one, then, why not? Anyway, thank you to Chris and his stepdaughter who owns this car for letting me have a go in it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below. We shall see you again very soon for some more inexpensive motoring.
What would you do if you run completely out of cash? What would you do if you want to cut a dash? Polish up the shoes, throw on something fine. We don't talk about diesels. I'm running on style this time. Cruising down the boulevard, wheels gleaming the